The clock on our post office wall ticks endlessly towards midnight, never quite reaching it. Welcome back to Radio Insomnia, where time is fluid and reality is negotiable. I'm your host, Alex, your guide through the labyrinth of our eternal night. Tonight, dear Insomniacs, we're delving into one of the most enigmatic corners of our little desert town, the post office. It's a place where letters arrive from nowhere and everywhere, where the boundaries of time and space blur like mirages in the desert heat. Our first track is Postmarked Eternity by the Temporal Messengers. Let the rhythmic sorting of ethereal envelopes and the whisper of impossible correspondence carry you into our tale.
Envelopes whisper secrets untold. Postmarked eternity. Stories unfolding, new and old. Postmarked eternity. From tomorrow's dawn to yesterday's night, letters traverse the infinite. In this office where time stands still, every word finds its will. Stems from places yet to be. Postmarked eternity. Ink that writes reality. Postmarked eternity. From tomorrow's dawn to yesterday's night, letters traverse the infinite. In this office where time stands still, every word finds its will.
As the echoes of Postmarked Eternity fade into the night air, I'm reminded of a curious incident at our local post office. Just yesterday, or was it last year? Time is so fluid here. Our postmaster, Old Sam, received a letter addressed to a name he didn't recognize. The return address. The Last Library on Mars, 2247 AD. Ah, do you hear that, listeners? The soft crinkle of paper, the whisper of secrets from another time. What stories do these letters hold? What glimpses into impossible futures or forgotten pasts do they offer? Our next piece is inspired by the mysterious contents of these letters from nowhere. Here's Ink of Yesterday's Tomorrow by Correspondence. Our little post office is more than just a building. It's a nexus point, a place where the threads of time and space intersect. Letters arrive from places that don't exist yet, or maybe never will. Postcards bear stamps from countries long forgotten by history. And sometimes, just sometimes, you might receive a letter from yourself, a you from another time, another place, another possibility. It seems we have a caller. You're on Radio Insomnia.
Hello, Alex. This is Maria from the diner. The strangest thing happened today. I received a letter from my grandmother. But Alex, she passed away years ago. The letter is dated next week. I don't understand.
Maria, the mysteries of our post office never cease to amaze. In a place where past, present, and future coexist, who's to say when a letter truly originates? Perhaps it's a message your grandmother always meant to send, finding its way to you across the boundaries of time itself. Thank you for sharing this beautiful enigma with us. Maria's story has inspired our next track. Here's Across the Veil of Time by the Spectral Scribes.
Voices echo through the years. Across the veil. Whispers of joy, traces of tea. Across the veil. Letters break the great divide from those who've gone to those who abide in this moment stretched eternal. Love transcends forever. Defy death's cold embrace. Reaching out through time and space. Across the letters bridge the great divide from those who've gone to those who abide in this moment stretched eternal. Love transcends forever vernal.
As we drift through this endless night together, I invite you all to share your own experiences with our remarkable post office. Have you received letters from impossible places? Postcards from times yet to come? Call in or send us a message, perhaps through our very own enigmatic postal service. We'll be right back after this brief message from our sponsors. The void and the endless expanse of stars above. Welcome back to Radio Insomnia, broadcasting from a town where letters transcend time and space. As we continue our exploration of our mysterious post office, let's talk about some of the remarkable individuals who work there. There's old Sam, the postmaster, who some say has been sorting mail since the town first appeared. He has an uncanny ability to deliver each letter exactly when it needs to be received, regardless of when it was sent. Then there's young Lisa, whose deft hands can decipher addresses written in languages that haven't been invented yet. And let's not forget the enigmatic night shift worker, known only as the courier, who some claim can step through time itself to ensure each letter reaches its destination. Our next piece is dedicated to these tireless workers and the impossible service they provide. Here's Special Delivery by the Paradox Postman.
Footsteps echo down timeless streets. Special delivery, where past and future gently meet. Special delivery will bring your words through rain or shine across the borders of space and time. In this town, breath stands still. Every letter fulfills its will. Neither snow nor heat, nor gloom of night. Special delivery can stop these words from taking flight. Special delivery will bring your words through rain or shine across the borders of space and time. In this town where crowds stand still, every letter fulfills its will.
You know, listeners, some say our post office is not just a building, but a living entity. Its walls have absorbed the stories from countless letters. Its floors have been worn smooth by the passage of messages across millennia. It's a place where lost words find their way home, where unwritten letters manifest, and where the boundaries between sender and receiver blur like lines on a rain-smeared envelope. Do you hear that? The ticking of the post office clock, always slightly out of step with the rest of the world. In its erratic rhythm, some claim to hear messages from other times, other realities, carried on invisible waves through the air. As the night deepens, let's listen to a piece inspired by these ethereal transmissions. Here's Whispers on the Airwaves by the Spectral Frequencies.
Through static and silence, voices and whispers on the airwaves. Past and future begin to merge. Whispers on the riding radio waves through the night, carrying stories dark and light.
as we approach that liminal time when night begins to whisper hints of a dawn that never quite arrives, I'm reminded of the transient nature of communication. Words spoken fade into the air. Digital messages can be lost in the ether. But a physical letter, carries a piece of its sender across time and space. In our little town, where the post office stands as a beacon of connection in the vast desert of timelessness, each letter is a bridge between past and future, between here and everywhere, between what is and what could be. For our final piece tonight, let's listen to a composition that captures the endless journey of these letters from nowhere. Here's Voyage of the Lost Words by the Eternal Postage.
Sealed with hope, stamped with dreams, voyage of the words set sail on starlight beams. Voyage of the lost, from sender's hand to far off shore, through the mists of nevermore. In this limbo vast and grand, every letter finds its land. Adrift on tides of maybe when, voyage of the lost words finding home again. Voyage of the lost, from sender's hand to far offshore, through the mists of nevermore. In this limbo vast and grand, every letter finds its land.
As the last notes of Voyage of the Lost Words fade into the ether, we find ourselves once again at the cusp of a tomorrow that never comes. To those of you who've been with us since the first letter arrived from nowhere, and to those who've just tuned in, I hope Radio Insomnia has been a comforting companion in the small hours. Remember, dear listeners, that our post office exists in the spaces between sending and receiving, between writing and reading, between intention and interpretation. It's a place where every unwritten letter finds its recipient, where every lost word finds its meaning, and where the boundaries of communication are as fluid as time itself. As we prepare to sign off, I invite you to carry a piece of our post office's magic with you. Let its memory be a reminder that somewhere, somewhen, there's a place where your deepest thoughts and most heartfelt words will always find their way to where they need to be. From our little town, where the night never ends and letters transcend time, this is Alex signing off. May you find connection in the quiet moments and meaning in the spaces between words. Until next time, keep your mailbox open to the impossible, and remember, in the correspondence of eternity, We're all connected. Radio Insomnia will return when the stars align and the next impossible letter arrives. Sleep well or stay awake well, wherever and whenever this broadcast finds you. You've been listening to Radio Insomnia, broadcasting from the town, where every letter finds its way home, no matter how lost in time it may be. Good night or good morning, or perhaps simply good writing.